Yo, fellow trainers, and welcome back to Dank Pokemon Profiles. So today I got for you the final of the Battle Frontier tournament for January, and it's the best of three. And I'm playing on the bottom, I'm using Magnezone, and my opponent was Mr. E, and he used Garchomp. But he used the regular Garchomp, not the Garchomp C with SP toolbox and so on. And yeah, Magnezone in general is based on having a couple of walls like Shuckle and Mr. Mime, and then uses the Magnezone, which has Gyro Ball, to switch into these walls. And Garchomp is like more of an aggro deck, like you're trying to hit really fast for high damage, and Garchomp has a bunch of HP, so it can tank a bunch of hits. Okay, so we see I'm going first with Shuckle, and Shuckle is really good in this matchup because Shuckle doesn't take any damage from Pokemon which have special energies attached to them, and Garchomp usually uses a bunch of special energies. After that I pass, and we see my opponent has instantly Rare Candy into the Garchomp we can here see with Guard Power and so on. So that's a good start, and then also having Uxie with setup, and yeah, my opponent is popping off, and yeah. Okay, so we see we have also the Unknown Cure, so on, and the Garchomp, so yeah, solid start. Not that much else to say to that. Okay, here we have the Pokemon Communication. Grabbing, I think a Spiritomb is quite nice here. Yeah, a Spiritomb, which locks me out of trainers, which is really powerful. Also setting further up the board, also you have the option to then evolve your Toy into Claydol and so on. Okay, now we see a couple of technical difficulties, like with the camera. It happens, but yeah, it shouldn't take like that long. And we're back up here. Okay, okay, we see the next search card, Baby Search. So yeah, solid opening, but I mean, obviously if you're using also Uxie and so on, you should be seeing your needed pieces. And here we see we're searching for a Nidoran, which is obviously for Nidoqueen, which has Maternal Cure, which hits 10 damage off between turns for all your Pokemon. So then like your Garchomp gets really bulky and you heal off even more damage. We see a Call Energy attached, and then using Spiritomb, Darkness Grace to evolve up into Gabite, which means, okay, would assume that Claydol is already in the hand, because Claydol is otherwise like really needed. Okay, I'm touching a basic Lightning Energy, and with that I'm passing, because I don't have that much. Obviously the Spiritomb is locking me out, and we see, yeah, having the Claydol, drawing cards, and setting up further. It's quite nice. Okay, we see the second Garchomp, which is also quite solid. Now we see like it's a weird position, because we both cannot do that much, because to Garchomp currently there are only special energies attached, so Garchomp deals 0 damage to my Shuckle, and I have no place because of Spiritomb blocking me out of my trainer cards. So yeah, it's like a weird situation currently. And after my opponent here just read Shuckle and decided, yeah, okay, maybe it's a better idea to attach the Cold Energy to a different Pokemon. Yeah, he attaches it to his Uxie to get it out of the active position. So he has again bench space to attach other stuff. You see, a Dusknoir gets put back into the deck, something I should have kept in mind, but I didn't. You will see this might punish me later in the game. And yeah, getting now up the Nidoqueen with Maternal Cure and so on, healing off all the damage and so on, and yeah, just passing it off with that and having now again a free bench space. Okay, yeah, I'm still locked, so I'm passing right again. Okay, see another energy attached to the Garchomp. Okay, if you see now attached Expert Belt, and now a Cyclone Energy forcing my Shuckle out of the active, so then Garchomp this can hit. Defensive Claw, which deals 60 due to Expert Belt, so this will be a knockout. Yeah. Which puts me in a really bad situation right in this moment. Okay, and then we see even a Judge, which was also kind of useful because I had trainers, but on the other hand, Spiritomb is now not in the active position, so my trainers would have been live again, like the Poker Communications for Claydol and so on, so yeah, correct play. This is like a really rough position, obviously. Having basically no setup, and yeah, getting knockout even now Judge. Still, this isn't like really an out to the Shackle, but we see getting down another Gabble, so trying to get more or less basic energies attached like to a new garchomp to deal with the Shackle is now more or less the plan. Okay, now we see I can finally play my trainers, have a Pokemon communication, putting back the magnezone, which is the star of the deck. And I'm searching, at least I should be searching here for a Claydol to get like even more draws and so on, and draw into something playable. And yeah, you see I'm going for the Claydol line here. Okay. Yeah, evolving up. Then I'm using Cosmic Power to draw more cards and hopefully get something useful to continue my plays. Obviously, what I'm trying to get here down again is a magnezone. So stuff like a Magnemite would be kind of appreciated. Chansey is also quite useful to go then for Blissey and so on. Yeah. Okay, here we see I'm putting back Suicune and Legend. And I'm getting here the Magnemite because I want to get down the magnezone to also start attacking and not just passing with the Shackle in the active position. Getting an energy attachment is also nice. Here the Chansey. And then using BBS Search. And here we see this is a misplay. I'm going for a Yuxi because I wanted to draw more cards. But the problem with this play is that now Dusknoir is live as soon as it hits the field because I have 4 Pokemon on my bench. So Dusknoir can shuffle back Pokemon into my deck, which is dangerous because this can get rid of my Magnezone's level X, which is otherwise like really hard to get rid of. But yeah, wasn't thinking about that right in this moment. You see, yeah, also getting Rare Candy, getting down my Magnezone. So yeah, now I'm really going off. Yeah, and then we have again technical difficulties. A bit sad, but yeah. We see it didn't take us that long to fix it again. Yeah. Then I'm not going for superconductivity, I think. And yeah, I'm just passing it because I do not have enough energies to attack. Okay, opponent is using the Claydol, getting Rosen's Research, and here we see Rosen's Research is really big because it lets you also search your basic energies, getting here 2 basic fighting energies, which as soon as you attach them to one of your Garchomps, like the bench, which has no energies currently attached, you can now hit the Shackle from the knockout, which is dealing like the biggest problem right here. Okay, but yeah, okay, just defensive claw, so you take 20 less damage and no damage to Shackle, and yeah, it's a solid play. Okay, then it's my turn, and I'm thinking a bit about this position as it's like kind of weird. Especially like with the Pokebody of Garchomp, which puts back the energy when you attack it to your hand. It's kind of annoying. Yeah. Okay. So get down the Conductive Quarry, which is also kind of a nice stadium, which lets you flip a coin, and if it's once per turn, and if it's hits, you can add back lightning or metal energy. And it's just lightning or metal energy, so you can even add back a special metal energy, which is like really good to like having discard for your blisses and so on, and just getting more energy attachments and so on. It's solid. It's like not really needed in the deck. The main purpose is to get rid of an opponent's stadium, which is like annoying you, or like annoying your opponent that he doesn't have the needed stadium. And yeah, it's a nice one-off in the deck. Now we see I'm using Premier Ball to get the Magnezone level X. And yeah, that's the Magnezone level X is obviously metal type, so it really benefits from the special metal energies and so on, taking less damage and so on. And yeah, and moving around the energies is also solid. Yeah. Now we're using superconductivity, promoting now my Magnezone, evolving up into the level X, moving the energy with electric transfer from my Magnezone level X from my Shackle to my active Pokemon, and then I can attack with, the Gyro Ball and then switch back to Shackle. The problem with this play is that now Garchomp is on the bench with 1 basic fighting energy, so it could knock out my Shackle, which I do not want. I think that's the reason why I want to promote a different Pokemon. I'm not sure, but I think I should be searching here for Mr. Mime, because Mr. Mime can tank like a hit from that Garchomp. because Mr. Mime doesn't take damage from Pokemon which have less than 3 energies attached to them, energy cards to be specific. So yeah, this is the secondary one. You see, yeah, I'm going here for Mr. Mime and another Chansey. Yeah. Yeah, this should be the play. But as you can see, this is a bit dangerous because, yeah, Dusna gets more and more dangerous. But it's the play I'm going for right here, and yeah, promoting the Mr. Mime, which more or less forces my opponent, if he wants to kill the Mr. Mime, to promote again the former Garchomp with special energy attached to them. Okay, we see here it's a bit of confusion because we are not that sure if the energy goes back to the hand, if the active Pokemon is switched when it's attacking Garchomp, but I think in the end we ruled that yeah, it goes back to the hand. The discussion is that with stuff like Uxie, when Uxie goes back to the deck, like it doesn't die to stuff like Fainting Spell from Gengar. So we aren't sure like if it does matter that magnezone changes quote unquote the location, but it shouldn't, and yeah, the energy just goes back into the hand, and yeah. But we see we are still here looking up, so a bit of a ruling discussion, which is like always kind of interesting how these things are actually ruled. If you access to stuff like the Pokemon Compendium to look stuff like that up. So yeah. Okay, we see use Gyro Ball, yeah, here to take back the energy. And we both have to switch, so my opponent promoted the Spiritomb. Just like, yeah, it has an unknown Q attached to it, so it just has free retreat. Just like, yeah. And now you have like more or less all the options, although it kind of locks yourself out of using your trainer, so you have to make your switch first, but yeah. Still a solid play. Okay, then it should be now my opponent's turn, right away. Yeah. Here we see, drawing card. Okay, that was the call energy. But yeah, not wanting to attach it to a Garchomp where just one basic fighting energy is attached, because like, yeah. So attaching it to the Garchomp where just special energies are attached. So now to that Garchomp there are 3 energy cards attached, so it can actually kill Mr. Mime. Like using Claydol to draw even more cards. Yeah, and then it's like, yeah, just retreating and knocking out the Mr. Mime. And then you are more or less good. And taking like the prize lead at this point is quite solid. Yeah. I think I should be promoting here again the magnezone. And then, yeah. See what happens. Can then use again superconductivity and can hit again my opponent with Gyro and so on. And yeah. The thing is that I do not think I can kill the Garchomp right here, which is a bit annoying. If I think I would have to... No, I cannot kill it with Gyro Ball, which is a bit annoying, but yeah. Okay, and here I'm promoting Chansey. What was the idea behind that? I think yeah, because I couldn't kill it like on the regular way. I think I'm going here for a quite unconventional play right here. So I think I'm going to search right here for the Blissey. And Blissey has double edge for 4 colorless energies, which deals 100 damage. And together with weakness, this can actually kill the Garchomp right here. So I wanted to go here on the aggressive front. Not the best play, because I do not really care about that Garchomp like that much, because it has special energy attached to it, so Shackle can tank for it. If it would have been the Garchomp with the basic energy attached, that would have been, I think, a solid play. But I decided that I need to like get prizes right here, because like, yeah, I'm kind of behind on the prize race and I like do not want to get completely outclassed. And here now I'm using Azelf, because I want to see my prizes, so I can take like good prizes with the knockout from this year. And getting here the unknown Q is also really good to get like attached to my Shackle and then go ham with it. And yeah, we can see now here that I'm now using the double edge from this to actually kill the Garchomp out of nowhere, more or less. But it's kind of bad because Blissey did 60 damage to itself, so it's it just gets killed by the follow-up garchomp, but yeah. Okay, now we see garchomp is promoted with another fighting energy, putting back a ball toy, and yeah, grabbing here a dust skull, so Dusknoir is coming down, and Dusknoir can just shuffle back my Magnezone level X, and then I basically have no place left. Yeah, here losing a luxury ball for actually nothing. Like, it's a mechanic that you can Pokemon that you can just fail to find stuff. So yeah, you do this most of the time to get more draws with your Claydol. Yeah, okay, see, Dusk it's down. Okay, using Claydol, most likely trying to find the candy, and there we got it. We have Dusknoir, and yeah. With Dark Palm, you can just shuffle back a Pokemon from your opponent's bench if there are 4 or more Pokemon on your opponent's bench. Yeah, and as soon as my Blissey gets killed, I have like 0 energies, and I do not have a Magnezone to get back any energies, so yeah, kind of a bad position. Right, yeah, I'm not going to lie. But like, it's not completely lost yet. If I can get back down a Magnezone, I can more or less stabilize. Okay, yeah, see, attach another cube. The problem is, as soon as I now put down another Magnezone, I have again 4 Pokemons on my bench. So it can just get shuffled back again with the Dusknoir. So more or less what I'm trying to aim here is now getting down a Magnemite, and then you're promoting the Uxie and attacking with Uxie with Psychic Restore to put it back under my deck, so as my Magnezone cannot get shuffled back again to like free up bench space. Yeah, see, I got the Magnemite, got the basic energy. Oh yeah. Okay, another thing I think I should mention is that I'm not using Conductive Quarry here a bunch of times. The idea is more or less that I need specific cards, not energy cards, so I do not want to have energy cards in my hand, so I can draw more cards with my Claydol. See here the Colorless attached to the benched Gabite, and drawing more cards with Claydol, trying to find the specific text and so on. And yeah, I just promoted Azef more or less to take a hit. I do not care if it gets knocked out. I need all of the other Pokemons. I need my Magnezone, I need my Shackle, because it's good. Unless like the Garchomp with the basic energies, and Claydol is my draw engine to find anything. Okay, now I attach an Expert Belt and a Special Metal Energy, so it's more or less can't no take also a hit, and using Claydol to draw more cards. Okay, so I'm digging more or less for a rare candy into Magnezone to, yeah, get rolling. Yeah, also like something to retreat for yourself would be nice, but not. I'm more or less going to just let it die now at this point, which is a bit bad because when I'm like really down bad, but yeah, the priority right here is obviously finding the Magnezone and getting back into the game. Okay, I'm using Baby Search because I didn't find the rare candy, so I think I should be going here for Magneton. So I have to do it next turn, which means during the next turn I cannot get down the level X, which is bad, but I cannot change it. And yeah, okay, now I'm going for Conductive Quarry. It's Tails, because now I have more, because I already have the Magnezone in my hand, so I didn't have to like get more cards more or less with Claydol, but yeah, I need now more energies right here. Okay, yeah, using Claydol for my opponent, drawing more cards, and my opponent is here quite in a solid position, and using Files lead, and yeah. Okay, now he retreats the Garchomp with basic energies because that one is important and he doesn't want to get hit or get damaged by my Magnezone, and the Garchomp where the special energies are attached is like less important. Because like, yeah, okay, the Shackle completely walls it off. Okay. You see, now here I got the Magnezone, using Claydol again to draw more cards, and trying to find like other stuff I need, like energies and so on. Okay, using Conductive Quarry, trying to find the energy, but it's Tails again. Sad. Cannot change it. I have Lightning Energy enemy race, and then with Superconductivity I can get another energy attached, so I can attack with my Magnezone again this turn, which is quite solid. the problem you can see is that I cannot like really promote something which will take a hit from the garchomp. So I can let just my magnezone in the active position, but when I take a bunch of damage, it's also something I do not really want. So yeah, okay, I'm kind of thinking here about my options. And yeah. Okay. But I should be retreating sooner or later my chakra and then using superconductivity to get back energy card and then attack with magnezone. Okay, but yeah, we see I'm in a tough position because like now I really need to think what else I want to put down on my bench for the next turn. Like I want to have down Chansey and Blissey to heal off my my magnezone. That would be nice, but yeah, I only have one bench space left because of dust now, so kind of annoying. But yeah, I'll just go for this play and hope that during the next turn I get the level X and then can somehow still turn this game. Although I will be bad because like yeah, like obviously the Shackle will get knocked down right here. And yeah, another thing I think I'm trying to aim for is getting a Night Maintenance. After this gets knocked down, I'm killing the active Garchomp with the basic energies attached to them. And then after I shuffle back my Shackle, with Night Maintenance, I get it back down. And then it's really hard to knock it out because two basic energies are already gone. And to the other Garchomp currently, there are already special energies attached. So it's like really invincible at that point. Still, like my opponent can still play around that combo by using stuff like Warpoint and so on. But yeah, it's like more or less the way I'm trying to win here. So trying find a million stuff. So okay, here Baby Search. I think I top decked that actually, and I get down my magnezone, level X, which was quite good. And yeah, no Night Maintenance yet, which is kind of bad because I really need it. But yeah. Okay, leveling up, which I can do now finally. And yeah, using the superconductivity to get back another energy card to my magnezone. And then I can attack again. And yeah, I need to think right here with which attack I want to use. But yeah. Also, I still have an energy attachment, so I can get 4 energy cards attached to the magnezone, which is kind of solid. Okay, here now I was asking for the amounts of warp points and cyclone energies, because I need to know, like, okay, how likely is it that my opponent has cyclone energy or a warp point to knock me out, because if you use that Claydol, yeah, gets promoted. Claydol just has 80 HP, so Garchomp can kill it easily. Yeah. And that's the reason I think why I'm thinking about, like, yeah, just keeping my magnezone level X in the active, because it can actually take a hit. Here we see I'm going for the Raikou and Suicune Legend piece, the top version, because the Legend has 160 HP, and 160 HP is enough to tank a hit, which is kind of solid. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting down here the Legend, which plays around Warp Point, so Warp Point doesn't kill me right now, or Cyclone Energy, and then yeah, okay. Just attacking with the Paralyzed attack from the level X, hoping I can get the knockout during the next turn, and then getting down the Shackle with Night Maintenance, which I hopefully somehow draw, and then somehow stabilize in the game again. And yeah, I'm also currently not losing to a Warp Point, so it's not the best position, but it could work. Okay, here we see the Warp Point, which is kind of bad, but yeah, promoting the Legend, so I can take that hit. The problem is that also now the Garchomp isn't paralyzed, so the Garchomp with the basic energies is back on the bench, and it won't be in the active position. I cannot like really lure it in the active position, so I do not really have a route to just go, okay, put down Shackle, Shackle cannot be touched, and I can just wall off all the attacks. So yeah, it's looking not that good. So yeah, more or less I need to hope that I somehow can still get through this with paralyzing my opponent, not hitting Cyclone energies, Warp points, Warp energies and so on. And you see now, okay, Garchomp hits for 140, but yeah, 160 is enough to tank that hit. Yeah. Okay, and now I need to think. The problem is also that I now need to get the Legend out of the active position, I think in order of doing that, I will play down, yeah, here a warp point. So excited, and I'm like also kind of hoping that my opponent makes a misplay and promotes the garchomp with the basic energies, but he doesn't do that. Yeah, and getting down also that's now the Spiritomb in the active position is really bad because like one of the few ways I can get back is using Chansey into the Promo Blissey, which can heal off all the damage of all of my Pokemon. But yeah, Spiritomb says no to trainer cards, so I cannot rare candy into a Promo Blissey. So yeah, this is a really bad position right here. But as long as my opponent doesn't have now here a Warp Point or a Cyclone Energy, I can hope that just my Magnezone stays in the active position, tank another hit, and during the next turn I can do against the Chansey Blissey play. The problem kind of now is, as soon as I put it down, I have 3 Pokemons on my bench, so I cannot get down the Shackle again. So yeah, this is a non-optimal position. So my opponent is like really ahead in this game at this point. Here I was thinking about doing that the play with feeding off my Chansey, my Magnezones and Legends, but I realized, yeah, okay, Spiritomb kind of destroys that, so I'm just going for the knockout and hope now that there's no Warp Point or something like that. I still can come back here, but yeah, it's like not really realistic that this deck doesn't have a Warp Point or something similar. See it here, yeah, Cyclone Energy, and then that's game. Yeah, okay, this was game 1 of this best of 3. So yeah, see you soon, Obstagoon.